important for our overall well-being and health. Getting good sleep can help protect us against getting sick, keep our mental health in good condition, and it contributes to our overall quality of life. The way we feel when we are awake can depend on what happens while we're asleep. Our circadian rhythm is our internal clock in our bodies and controls the timing of our sleep. The internal clock we have helps us to feel sleepy at night and awake during the daytime. In children and teenagers, sleep is needed for growing and development. Sleep is also involved in healing our bodies if we're feeling sick. A good way to prevent ourselves from getting sick is to have a regular good night's sleep. Our body needs sleep just like it needs food, water, and air to survive. Good sleep protects us against inflammation in our bodies, so we're able to move around the best we can. If we aren't getting enough sleep, this could also lead to gaining weight. Sleep deprivation can disrupt the hormones in our body that help with regulating our appetite. That's why sometimes when we're tired, we might end up eating more food than we normally would if we weren't as tired that day. Sleep keeps our brain working properly. While we're sound asleep, our brain is preparing us for the next day. Even though we are resting while we're sleeping, our brains are busy making new pathways to help us learn and remember information. Studies have shown that a good night's sleep helps improve our learning. Whether we're trying to learn how to knit, learn a new sport, learn a new instrument, whatever that might be, sleep helps us pay attention, make good decisions, and helps us be creative. The part of our brain called the frontal lobe is in charge of helping us make logical and healthy decisions. This frontal lobe is also called the thinking part of our brain. If we are sleep deficient, our thinking part of the brain won't be able to work as well as it usually does. As a result, our amygdala, which is called our emotional part of the brain, might take over. When our emotional part of the brain takes over, we might have a harder time making healthy choices and might find ourselves in a grumpy mood. We might also notice that we feel more angry and stressed than usual, or we might have a harder time trying to get things done. It might also take us longer to do a task, and we might have a slower reaction time. The amount of sleep we need each day can change over the course of our lives. Babies and small children need a lot more sleep than adults do. In fact, for those of you that don't know this, babies, they might sleep for up to 16 hours a day. How much sleep do you think adults need? The recommended amount of sleep adults need each night is about 8 hours. However, it's important to realize that everyone is different and others might need a little bit more or a little bit less sleep to feel the best they can. For myself, I usually feel best when I have about 9 hours of sleep each night. If we are feeling tired, the most important thing is to listen to our bodies and to rest. Did you know that there are different types of sleep? Each night, our body takes a roller coaster ride through 5 different sleep stages. Even though we might not realize or be aware of what's happening, our body and brains are in an active state. Stage 1 and 2 of our sleep cycle are considered light sleep. These stages act as a transition for our bodies to later move into the deeper sleep stages. During light sleep, we can expect the following. Our muscles will start to relax, our breathing might slow down, our heart rate slows down, and our body temperature drops, so we might start to notice we feel colder than usual. We are usually only in light sleep for about 7 minutes upon falling asleep, so this is a pretty quick sleep stage. We spend a little less than half our time in light sleep. Stages 3 and 4 are called deep sleep. This is the most refreshing sleep stage because this is where our bodies are doing a lot of the maintenance work to keep us healthy. In these stages, we will have difficulty waking up. If we are woken up while in stage 3 or 4, we might feel very groggy and a bit confused. During these deep sleep stages, we can expect the following. Our blood pressure will drop. our muscles will have more blood flow. Growth hormone is released in our body. This is something that helps children grow. There will be tissue growth and cell repairs. Our body will flush out waste that we don't need. And our brains will have long, slow brain waves. We spend an average of 13 to 23% in deep sleep. Stage 5 is the last sleep stage. This is a very special sleep stage. When we are in stage 5, we are in something called REM sleep, which is called rapid eye movement. This means that while we are sleeping, our eyes are closed, but they are still moving. Kind of cool, hey? REM is associated with dreaming, learning, and problem solving. While we are in REM sleep, our body will do the following. Our breathing will increase. Our heart rate will increase. Our body temperature regulator will be shut off. Because dreams are happening in the stage, our brain activity is very high. Our body becomes immobile, which will stop us from acting out our dreams. We spend an average of 25% in REM sleep. Our bodies cycle through these stages about 4 to 5 times each night. Cycles earlier in the night tend to focus on stages 1 to 4, while later cycles have a higher proportion of stage 5 sleep, which is also called REM sleep. Overall, our body spends more time in the first 4 stages. Making a sleep schedule for ourselves is important so that we can set ourselves up for success for whatever tomorrow brings. Here are 6 great ways that you can make sure that you have the best sleep you can each night. Try to avoid caffeine in the evening. Energy drinks, coffee, and some pops have caffeine in them. Caffeine is a stimulant which is designed to help keep us awake. If we drink caffeine too close to bedtime, we might have a very hard time getting sleepy and might feel like we could stay awake for a while. Try to limit eating just before bed. If we ate a heavy meal just before bedtime, this could create indigestion problems for some people. Our body also needs time to properly digest our meals and food that we ate. When we are sleeping, our body might have a really hard time doing this. Make sure you get sunlight every day. This will help your body's internal clock and make sure that you're falling asleep at nighttime. Try to limit daytime naps to 30 minutes. Have you ever napped for a long time and woke up feeling groggy and even more tired than before when you started your nap? This might be because you woke up during the deep sleep stage. Limiting naps to a half hour will prevent our bodies from going into a deep sleep stage. Exercise regularly. After we exercise, our body will prioritize deep sleep. Remember, deep sleep is where our bodies do all our maintenance work we need. Establish a relaxing bedtime routine. Making a regular nightly routine helps our body's internal clock know that it's time for bed. My bedtime routine includes brushing my teeth and reading a book in bed until I feel sleepy. We have all probably had nights where we didn't sleep the best. This is completely normal. Sometimes we might wish that we went to bed a bit earlier, or we don't feel refreshed in the morning. However, if you are noticing that you're having a hard time falling and staying asleep regularly, let someone know. This could be a time to make an appointment with your doctor so that they can make sure that you're getting the best night's sleep that everyone deserves.